So I want to ask you a question that why did Allah create the universe?
It has got multiple answers. I would start one by one. Had Allah not created the universe and He had created nothing, the question was nowhere. But nobody would have known the God, the biggest universal truth, which never fades. So He let so many trillions of trillions of trillions to know that there is a power, God. Since the God has created the universe, so we should know at least one thing, and that is only the Creator knows why He created. Number one, it is understood. Somebody invents an invention. The inventor knows the actual answer. Why did he invent? Rest of the people guess only. That's it. So only the God knows why did He create the world. Only He knows how many universes He has created. This is another big question actually. Is there any more than this universe or not? There are thousands of possibilities because He's limitless. If God had not created the universe and He had created only planet Earth, how would us have known that how much limitless He is, how much powerful He is, and how much huge is the creation that He has created? By one side, He has given a little glimpse of His creativity to the human beings, at least, to the angels, jinns, and the human beings. That if you little see, and which is gradually human being is seeing beyond the scope. Every 50 years he's going beyond the scope, and knowledge is performing, opening new dimensions of the universe. Human beings in understanding that this universe is limitless. It's far more and vast than what we had perceived 100 years back. So one very clear and simple answer is God gave a small glimpse of how limitless He is in creativity. Not only creativity, management after creation. One false perception we had been for more than, I would say, it's been centuries old, more than 3,000 years old at least. Socrates and Aristotle's philosophy of God was that there is one God, but He created the universe and then He left it. So He's not getting into the intricacies of the world, He's not getting into the management of the world, and He's left every creation at its own. This is what He used to preach. And this is what is being preached, refreshed again and again, especially nowadays for the last couple of years and decades. To make people understand, try to understand and convince actually for the long motives that don't be so much pushed about this thing that God is watching you, He's managing you as His creator, and He is concerned to every action that you have done. Once we ignore this factor that He's into everything that we are doing, we automatically ignore into one thing more, that He's not concerned to what we are doing. So we are free in our will. We are too much free into our will, but we are responsible to whatever we do after the will. Whereas this second philosophy, this opens another gate of the misunderstanding, not the understanding, that God is not going to ask you for anything. You are open and free in your will. You can do anything that you feel, which is contrary to the reality. The free will actually, why does the free will come in? Actually, mind one thing, that nothing in this planet Earth, whether you call it physics, atomic science, technology, biology, you call it IT, you call it sociology, you call it economics or politics, actually nothing is divorced and disconnected with the religion. There is nothing disconnected to the religion, especially the business. Business is always, since the creation of the universe, business was always the most closest thing to this religion. The biggest enemy, initial days, whenever it used to come into play, was always the business and the business people standing against the man coming in the name of the prophet. Because prophets used to teach and preach moralities. Moralities violate the free will concept, where accountability is taken as a false perception. Okay, no one is accountable. There's not going to be any accountability of whatever you do. And these do's and don'ts are just bullshit, and they've got nothing to do with the real life. Once we violate do's and don'ts, the venues of the business open. Once we say interest-based banking is not allowed, this religious theme blocks the biggest economic business activity of the world, earning activity basically. We should understand the scope of the interest-based banking in the world. That's why I said in the start that nothing is divorced and disconnected with the religion.